Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayson. I am a forest gardener and a forest garden designer, and everything's in flower. It's really weird. It's really mild. I've just got a shirt on. It was getting cold the other day, and now it's getting mild. So there's stuff in flower, which I was going to show you other things, but I'll show you the flowers first of all. So I've got a bit of comfrey in here, which is a bit accidental, but I left it. That's kind of going for it. And then you've got this brilliant orange. This pot marigold, Calendula officinalis, it's just going for it. It really is. And it self-seeds everywhere, so as you can see. I don't just let it stay in a couple of places where it comes up. And this is the white mustard, which I use as a temporary ground cover. So I've used it here. And then in the winter, I'll go around and there's some grass. More grass. I'll just take out the grass and then take out it's supposed to be ground ivy, which is that one there, the rounded kidney shaped one, that kind of one. And I'll leave that, but I want to take out the creeping buttercup, which is that one, because that will come into the path and that'll be a bit more pain to control. And then, believe it or not, there is actually a load of good King Henry in here, so that'll come through. There it is down there. That'll come through. Okay. And then what else? Oh yes, I saw this stuff. Little yellow flowers. Oh, what is it? Oh, I know it, but I can't remember the name of it. It's like a garden weed, as people like to call it. And you've got bittercress, which is flowering. And then I've got this in here as a ground cover. This is Germander Speedwell. That's going everywhere. And just brilliant blue. I love it. And then you've got the bistorts. Don't know much about bistorts actually, but that's kind of around the place. And Sturtium's gone bloody bonkers in a bed where it's not supposed to be. Haven't got around to removing that, but there we go. I'll do that sometime. I'm kind of concentrating today on yet more weeding, clearing more than weeding really. So this is what I did yesterday. Crikey, was it yesterday? Was this. So there's a load of bramble there, so I'm going to dive into the edge of the oregano and the bramble and into the pond thing. There's purple loosestrife, I think, in that. So that needs a bit of rescuing. You can see the lemon balm at least. And I found a load of nice plants. I found a lot of yarrow, and I shall put in some calendula seed in here as well. And my idea is, I don't know how successful it will be, is to move the Jerusalem artichoke. I don't think you actually do manage to ever move Jerusalem artichoke once you've got it. And then there's a load of nettles, red campion, nettles, hogweed, and dock, and that goes around there for a bit. So I've got half an hour or so before I have to go and pick up the kids. So I'll go and I'll get on with that. And I need to get some bark as well. So I use a bark mulch, put a bark mulch down, and I'll plant in some yarrow and some more lemon balm. I've got lemon balm; it's quite easy to propagate by division. And the same with oregano. I've got a load of oregano that's self-seeded everywhere, and I put that into a load of pots too. So I'm just going to get on with clearing. So there we go. Water boatman. Oh, they're in there. And there is some snails and the oxygenating plants. It's looking really healthy actually, the pond, considering I've totally ignored it. And I have got some interesting stuff in here as well over the other side, which would be, there's a creeping jenny, it's a Lizomachia, and I'm sure that there's some watermint somewhere, but that'll be exciting to find that. And I've seen some frogs kicking around obviously, and there's a dragonfly which is doing the rounds, who was here a second ago, seems to have disappeared now. So it's all going on. It's all I like gardening. There we go. So that's it. Forest garden rescue day something or other. Who knows? Keep on going. I've got to start making a bit more of a plan, to be honest, for the next stage of it, which will be there's a lot of work. I want to create a herb garden, and a wildflower and herb garden, and it's full sun. I'll show it to you anyway. So obviously I need to kind of keep an eye on the kale and do some weeding, and there's some stuff in there that needs to be sorted out. I need to put on some hedge woundwort. So I was going to be using this in the garden, but I'm not anymore. But the hedge woundwort is a lovely plant. Gets a bit scraggy once it's flowered, but is a great plant. So there's loads of that in there, and then there's some Chinese artichoke in there, and a dead thing as signified by that bamboo there. Don't know what that is. That all needs a bit of a looking after and a tidying up, and getting rid of the foxglove and move the red campion and all that. Oh yeah, we've got the diggers in as well because they're working on the ornamental garden over there. So this area here, there's some strawberry, thyme, an olive tree and some roses, and it's all been, yeah, I'm going to do it from scratch. I want to kind of clear it this winter and get it planted up in the spring, and then have pars, lavender hedge, or I don't know. Well, I need to do some work on this because this is like the main entrance bit, and that'll be one of the jobs I want to do. So I do need to do some kind of proper planning rather than pootling, which is what I'm doing at the moment. This is very much a pootle. It's a dandelion. As much as I love dandelions, I don't want it seeding everywhere. Yeah, there we go. And I must admit that I didn't think I'd be using the compost bins as much as I have, but because I'm doing so much deturfing all the time, it is actually really handy to have compost bins. I don't do hot composting. I just let it, the cold compost, but there'll be a pile of usable compost under here, and there is a pile there actually which I need to cover. Best to cover it with plastic sheets. I will do that with that lot. There we go. Just a little doodah. I better go on with the weeding. We'll have to go out and get the kids. Right, see ya.